everything now moves forward to the red and the pink ball. It starts with the red ball in Indore and moves to the pink ball in Kolkata. So it should be a huge change for Team India going forward into that, and for Team Bangladesh, of course.
Absolutely, first day-night match. I mean, everyone.
But even before that, it's going to be a day test, traditional day test. But it's going to be a transition from the shortest to the longest format for both teams.
Absolutely.
Is that easy? Because sometimes we go from T20 to ODIs to tests.
Longer the format, I think it gets easier to predict, isn't it? So from that point of view, that India should be able to seal the series and maintain the Test Championship race lead, which they've successfully taken it in a big way. So I think that should continue. But the exciting factor is first day-night Test match in India. So I think that's something which everyone will be looking forward to. How it pans out in subcontinent conditions, and how the response is. What are the changes? What are the tactics which usually change? So that's something which I'm looking forward to, because in the evening ball behaves differently, isn't it? So under lights, how it behaves, whether the stack up of the overs or the strategies change, how the fast bowlers are used, or how it changes over the course of 5 days. There's something interesting to understand. There's something new to look at. So I'm looking forward to the day-night Test match from that perspective.
I'm glad Zaheer Khan is being a little generous, saying it could possibly go 5 days.
Yeah, it could. A lot could happen. I mean, this pink ball is still enough of an unknown entity that we really don't know how it's going to behave under lights. And also remember, lights, Kolkata has very different wind conditions in the evening, and lots of stuff happen. I know that the one stand has gone up, so the breeze isn't as strong as it used to be, but still anything could happen. So yeah, it'll be interesting times. I don't know whether 5 days, 4 days, 3 days.
But the beauty of the fact that it's a second Test match. No matter how we try and steer the discussion to Indore, it's going to get ignored because of the fact that you've got a novelty coming in Kolkata. But we've talked about the pink ball. Let me just get your quick view on the fact that an SG pink ball is being used for the first time, because it was almost as if the only pink ball you could actually find was the Kookaburra.
Well, generally, I think it's going to have that extra bounce. That's what we've seen with the Kookaburra pink ball. So that's what I'm expecting from SG pink ball as well. And like I said, in terms of strategies, also it changes for sure in terms of how you approach the game. Usually, you have this set pattern. When you are playing in India, in terms of SG ball reversing. So here is that going to be a factor? How much spin it's going to come into play, because this pink ball will certainly be a bit different than what so far we've seen with the red SG ball. It definitely goes softer around 45-50 overs. So will this be the same case with pink ball? So those are the things which I'm looking forward to. I think I'm curious about observing those kind of things. I'm curious about how evening time is utilized, because that's something which will certainly give that extra bit of edge to the fast bowlers. And in a normal Test match, you will not see that. In a normal Test match, usually captains wait for the second new ball to come. They'll hold their fast bowlers around that time. You'll see some part-timer also chipping in. Here, that will not be the case. So so that changes the stack up of the overs. And in terms of batting also, that will certainly change, because in the afternoon is the best time to bat, right? So when your openers are batting around that time, what kind of approach they're going to have? So so there are enough. The whole dynamics is definitely going to change in terms of approaching a day-night Test match. So that's something which I'll be looking with keen interest.